Spoiler safe to continue. If you want to know what happens to Lee Hao and Seo Hayu and their triplets, I will be linking links at the bottom to where you can buy the chapters along with instructions on how to make accounts for these websites and how the point system works. What I liked about the manga Part 1. I like that we got to see the hardships of someone who gets two worlds and turns to find acceptance in both. I like this because we see with Lee Hao, he's literally in two worlds, the Lycan world and the vampire world, trying to find his place when he's not one or the other, but both. I like that we see these two who have been separated by outside forces finding each other, even though Lee's memory got erased entirely. Soul got altered to ease his pain of separation from his apprentice. They still found each other even years later. They found each other again. It was nice seeing that when you're meant to be, you find a way back to each other, no matter how much time has passed. I also like that we got to see Soul's struggle since his memory was altered. He forgot he was imprinted to Lee and that he was a female. Made that struggle even more heart-wrenching when Soul thought he was male and that Lee wouldn't want him, and heartwarming when we saw that Lee did not care if Soul was a female or male. I also like how we got to see side characters like their parents and Soul's uncle and Lee's grandfather, among others, because they added little insights into the characters that you can only get from outside perspectives. I also like that we got to see the bitter battle between Soul and his wolf. You could feel his pain and confusion, and you also could feel her bitterness and sorrow, bringing forward by their imprinted one, being forcibly separated by their imprinted one, and how her pain was making her do things that she usually wouldn't do. In the flashbacks we get of his wolf when the few times we see her when younger, she truly cares about Lee Hao. So when he got forcibly separated by them and him losing his memory because of the fall, her bitterness of being separated from him turned into her attacking her other half in pain because he didn't have any outlets. Hopefully she will come to terms and start getting over her pain and seeing that Lee loves her too, just as much as he loves Soul. What I liked about the manga Part 2. So it was nice to see the effects of grief and pain and how it affects people differently. This was nice because grief and pain comes in different forms. So it was nice to see this for the characters, like with Lee Hao, with him being in the middle of being vampire and Lycan and the pain and grief and trying to pick a side where he fits in, worrying about his lifespan since his parents are immortal. He's not immortal. Even with a longest lifespan, he'll outlive his parents, and that struggle within him to try to live each life to the moment, but feeling pain that he won't be able to be with his parents forever or his loved ones. While with Soul, his pain and grief of being separated from Lee for so long, and when he meets him again, forgetting that he had imprinted on Lee and he's more than a crust, and that pain and struggle, like, he won't want me, I'm not what he wants, I should just give up. That struggle inside of him, that pain and grief of not being able to have what he wants, and be with the person he wants and be happy. It was nice to see that dynamic on him and how he resolved that. And then you have his wolf. Her pain and grief turned to malice, hatred, and viciousness because of their separation from Lee. Her pain and grief of feeling she's been rejected, that she's been forgotten, stirred inside her for so long that when she sees him, she's angry, she's annoyed, she's frustrated. So hopefully over time she'll see that he didn't mean to forget her or Soul, that he does love both of them, and that he wants to be with both of them. So yeah. I also love the steaminess between the two. You could feel them building from the awkward moments of first lovemaking to knowing each other's bodies in the passion, and their sparks between each other was just Steam City. Like their awkwardness when they first trying to figure out the mechanics of, am I going too hard, am I not going too hard, things like that, to them going at it like bunnies and knowing each other's bodies in and out of bed. So it was nice to see that build up between them, and how it made them confident in and out of bed once they knew each other's body language and things like that. I also like where the plot's going. Since it's still ongoing, it's still evolving still. I liked the mystery it has so far with the mysterious blonde man and his agenda. So long-haired blonde man, what is he wanting? Why does he want soul? What's his agenda? And how has he been alive for so long when most Lycans do not live as long as him, or even look that young at that age? So it's nice seeing like what's going on with him in that plot. The main characters struggles with holes in their memories, how that affects their lives was a nice little twist. Is another layer of the plot. The secondary characters' behaviors in the know and not in the know, along with their interactions with the main characters and other side characters. There's another layer too of how people react to these two and act around them when they know what's actually going on and when they don't, and how they talk with each other behind the scenes. That's also another plot point in itself, the mini plot, which was going on with them. So it's nice to have these multi-plots. It's just like has this layer and layer and makes it interesting and want to read more. Just everything just makes it feel multi-layered and just feels like it's getting more and more layers as time goes on, which is nice. It's nice as an ongoing series to have that layer building up and not devolving and losing plot. This one's on the opposite, it's gaining plot, which is making it a good ongoing series. And again, the labels match the piece. People, we're seeing labels matching the pieces, which when they don't match the pieces, fans of any genre who have expectations are sorely mad if the label does not match the piece. So there are cute scenes between the couples, a birth, and adorable little ones. So we do get that. So yes, labels matching the piece. We always love that. We don't want cranky readers or watchers or whatever your thing is.